is happy now.
That's it.
It's over.
That's it.
He can't even get up.
Sergey Kovalev with a big finish here. Sets it up. It was a jab that dropped Anthony Yarde. Lions in the camp, except the Lion is a 36-year-old champion. And Costazu approves. We got to give this much credit.
I want you guys to savor this. So this is all live real time. This just happened. Round number 11. The story of the fight, the jab. Kovalev was in trouble. So we're going to listen to the post-fight interview, get you some complete highlights, and we're going to talk about what's next for Kovalev. Likely the feast. The feast for Canelo. Canelo's going to tear his body up. Mr. Tunde, they're going to tear him a new asshole. They are going to tear him a new asshole on social media. It's already begun. So Anthony Yarde, he has a lot of respect for me because he has a high ring IQ, conditioning. For example, to make the adjustment to go to the body, the first half of the fight, he was doing pretty well with counterpunching, very fast, faster than, Kovalev. But a lot of people thought that he would gas out, and that would be his Achilles heel, and that would be the reason why he would lose this fight. And he did. Kovalev's jab has always been amazing. I remember, wasn't it Blake Capriella, the guy he fought on HBO that he knocked out with a jab, or he knocked down, punched him in the stomach? Kovalev has a very high ring IQ. However, it does seem like those two fights with Andre Ward and that knockout loss to Eliader Alvarez, also the legal shit he's been having going on, that shit's taking a toll on him, man. How is Kovalev now? About 36 years old, right? Yeah, turned 36 in April. He is now 34, 3-1 with 29 KOs. Tunde Ajayi, how you pronounce his name? I just call him Tunde. I get it, selling the fight and all that. But in this case, let's listen in first.
So, the heart of a
he was talking.
We talked about this in the beginning. He's an old lion with scars, so he's been there before. So he understood what he needed to do to get back into the fight. Yarde, totally uncharted territory for him.
And we mentioned the fact that in the 8th round, that was somewhere he had never been before. And Yarde, that was his best round when he had Kovalev hurt. But then you mentioned in round 11, this may be his last stand. I think round 8 was his last stand.
Yeah, man. He had a wonderful 8th round. Almost stopped Kovalev. Kovalev's trainer, by the way, is Buddy McGirt. Remember the fighter Maxim Dadashev that died last month? Crazy situation. He told Kovalev that if Kovalev didn't show him anything in round 9, which, he almost stopped Kovalev in round 8. The body shots really took. Look at the beautiful and seductive, alluring Kathy Duva. Yeah, she's very happy. They did it. It was a very tough fight, man. But we're going to talk about Canelo, but we want to wait for the post-fight interview. So once again, this is all real time. I can't fast forward or anything. For some people, surprisingly, they don't understand that. So let's listen in. Please subscribe on TstreeT Controversial with FightView360.com.
Sergey Kovalev.
You dropped the ball. 175 pounds. And still, WBO. You dropped the ball, light heavyweight champion.
He earned it because he came in here.
The announcer dude.
He fought an intelligent fight. He got the big finish that he needed. And Sergey Kovalev may have just set himself up for a huge payday.
I think he did, Bernardo. I think he did.
I think so too. All right. This is only the beginning. We've got a great fall coming for you. Next week, it's Lomachenko Campbell from London.
Finding out of the red corner, Vasily Lomachenko.
When you're number 1 and you're the best in the world, it doesn't matter where you come from. Lomachenko, the fastest in history to become a 3-division world champ.
For all titles. For me, it doesn't matter.
That's next week. So let's talk about the 175-pound division of TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Alexander Volsdik is taking on WBC 175-pound champion. Alexander Volsdik is taking on Ultra Bertabiev October the 18th here in Philly. I'm going to be there. Next week is Loma Campbell, by the way. I'm going to be here for that too. Dmitry Bivol, we don't know who he's fighting next, but his mandatory should be Jean Pascal. Sergey Kovalev has just retained his WBO 175-pound title, and it's looking very likely that the phone is ringing right now. Kathy Duva and Igor Klima's phone has rung, and Oscar De La Hoya or Eric Gomez or Roberto Diaz has said, congratulations, let's get it done now. Because the question is, can Canelo beat Kovalev to the body? Can he knock him out to the body? It's going to be a feast. But you must give Kovalev his respect. Because that jab, he's got to be able to get in on the inside. And rest assured, it would be in Kovalev's best interest to try to go for the early KO. Let's listen to what Andre Ward has to say. He's been very critical of Kovalev a little bit. Now, obviously, we can't listen and watch all of this, but
he's taking more punishment because of it, but hats off to him. Hats off to Buddy McGirt for keeping his composure when things got rough for Kovalev, giving him the right instructions, and Kovalev executing the game plan and getting the job done.
Well, my biggest takeaway is the fact that, if Yarde would have came in here and got blown out, then he didn't, he wouldn't have shown that he belonged. But the fact that he went rounds and the fact that he won some rounds and the fact that he used the blueprint in spots. He didn't do it enough. He got away from it. Yeah. But in spots, I can see the blueprint that you left everybody to how to destroy Kovalev. And, looking forward to Canelo fight.
Yes.
If Canelo,
you already know.
Yeah, you already know why Canelo wants that fight. Because Canelo's going to test that kitchen. Yes. He's going to test him down to the body, baby.
I mean, that's ultimately what you want. You want to set yourself up for those big money fights, an 8-figure payday. He earned based on what he did tonight. Landed 33% of his total punches. The jab was the key. He threw 404 jabs, landing 115 of those. And then it was the power punches that complemented that. 282 landing at a 38% clip. But it was a jab that ended the fight. It was a jab that set up everything for Sergey Kovalev. We'll take you back to what happened because round 7, it was Anthony Yarde who started to take control of.
I can pause it now. I can't show you full highlights. In fact, you need to go over to the Top Rank Twitter page. I'm sure you guys know how to find the highlights. But what I do want to show you is I do want to show you the differences in Anthony Yarde's game plan. And I think that's what they're about to show now in regards to like how he started going to the body. And once you go to Kovalev's body, even in spots in the Elliot Alvarez fight, who else was it before that? I forgot. You'll see like Kovalev, he gets to a point where he'll literally drop his hands to protect his body. He does not like it. It is a clear blueprint. Go to the body. Anthony Yarde was doing it. But once he started getting fatigued, especially in that 9th round when it really could all, because he put everything in almost trying to knock out Kovalev in round number 7. Here, I'll play it
of this fight, and it looked like the work to the.
Like he changed up his fighting style. He wasn't just trying to box Kovalev. He became like the tank, the pressure fighting power puncher. Here was round 8 when he almost stopped him. And Kovalev hands was down. It was looking bad. And I thought he was going to kind of get knocked out, basically the way basically when fighters, backing up and they get hit. But, yeah. So, I'm going to let this play through because I have to watch all of it. That's the last highlights I want to give you for now. I want you to think like this, right? Would it be in money-wise, what can Kovalev do? If Canelo, come calling, what can he do? Don't get me wrong. He is involved in an unofficial 175-pound tournament. And the thing is, the fight would happen over on the zone. And if Canelo gets his hands on that 175-pound title, the belts can become fragmented unless Canelo would feel that he can beat a Bertabiev, Dmitry Bivol, or Volsdik, so they can let them sort that out in regards to the unofficial tournament that's going on. By the way, Dmitry Bivol's last fight was on the zone, against Joe Smith, and he's saying he can compete at 168 pounds. He's a WBA champion right there. And Kovalev is also with the same company. I guess what I'm saying is, to not be long-winded and fucking saying the same shit over and over, is that they can complete this little tournament over here. The winner of Volzig versus Bertabiev fights the winner of whoever Bivol's going to fight. And then you would have a 3-belt champion right there no later than, we got to figure out what Bivol's doing. You can have a 3-belt champion no later than the summer of next year. And then Kovalev, Canelo versus Kovalev can fight in December. Canelo comes back in May and can fight whoever he's going to fight, whether it's at 168 or 160, if he wins, of course, against Kovalev. And then if he wins by September of next year, if Canelo beats Kovalev and he still wants to campaign at 175 pounds, he has a chance to be undisputed at 175 pounds. So not only Canelo can be if in a perfect world for Canelo, of course. Oh wait, they're with Kovalev. Will we get a post-fight interview?
You do not want to miss on ESPN Plus.
What the fuck? They dropped the ball.
Taking on Luke Campbell in our main event, and Huey Fury facing Alexander Povetkin at the O2 Arena in London. It's all about family. It's all about winning. Thank you for joining us here on ESPN Plus. Until next time.
Where's the post-fight interview? They dropped the ball. Anyway, what I was saying was, sometime next year, in a perfect world for Canelo, you know, he could be an undisputed champion in 2 divisions simultaneously. Crazy. But for Kovalev, you know, if the Canelo fight doesn't happen, it's a very good chance that, you know, they may try to put him against a Gilberto Ramirez, top rank. Or, you know, he can get a Jesse Hart. That was his mandatory Anthony Yarde, so he has some freedom, and he wants to fight 3 times a year. But can he beat a Bertabiev, a Bivol, or a Volzig, especially with that blueprint of punch him in the stomach? Like, it's out there. Like, punch him in his stomach. You know, he don't like it. But the jab's got to be respected. I'm TstreeT Controversial with FightView360.com. Please subscribe. I got more fights today on the docket.